Hey guys, so I'm back with another face painting look today. I wish I could say this look is quick and easy, but it is a little bit time consuming with all the face paint and everything, but hope you guys enjoy it. It's just like a really quick like monster face, whatever. So I already have half my face done. What I'm using today is two different face painting palettes. The one that I usually use, the basic Wolfe face paint palette. I'm also using that, and the Art and Effects Monster palette from the same company. And then just a brown Ben Nye face paint, just because none of those palettes have a dark brown in it, and that's what I use to like shade in this. So getting started is just the black outlines on my face. Just going to take a fine detailed brush, some water, and the black face paint from the Essentials palette. A lot of this video is going to be sped up. Hopefully you guys can kind of understand what's going on and what I'm doing. So first thing I'm going to do is finish off the teeth on one side of my face with black face paint. Okay, so that is the outline. It looks pretty stupid before anything's done to it, but you just want to know what parts you have to color in and everything so that you don't paint over them. So the next thing I'm doing is starting with the teeth. I'm just going to fill them all in with a different brush. I'm just going to use a thicker one to make it faster, and then my white face paint from the Essential palette. So you get the idea, and don't forget to do these ones, and then when you're done, just retrace it with the black. Okay, so I filled in the rest of the teeth with white, re-outlined them with black just to make it darker since the white kind of smudged it a bit, and then I also filled in the rest of my lips and in between the teeth with black. I think that's pretty like self-explanatory. Hopefully you guys didn't need me to show you that step. I just used a thick brush and black face paint, filled it all in. So next thing I'm going to do is a little bit of outlines for like this part right here. I'm taking a little bit of black, but I want my brush to be drier than it usually is with face paint, just so that the line's very faint. And I'm just going to draw lines from the teeth downwards. You guys can see that. These lines are all going to get smudged anyways, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Just like that, small block lines. Okay, so there is that, and then the next thing I'm going to do is, I'm just using this eyeliner brush. It's one of the angled flat ones, just because I want to get into all these like little corners. I'm taking the dark red color from my Monster palette, which is this color. It looks very dark on there, but once it's wet, it kind of actually turns out like a blood color. I'm just going to use that and paint in all of this. And you want the edges to be darker, so kind of mix it in with the black a little bit and smudge it up. I don't want this video to be too long, otherwise it's going to be really hard to upload, so I'm just going to finish that off and show you what it looks like. Okay, so there is that. You can see where the black lines were. They're all smudged now, and the outline is a little blacker. Just always keep going over the black outline after you paint something. I know it's kind of tedious or whatever, but it definitely makes it look a lot better if you have darker edges. So the next thing I'm going to do is just a little highlight in between all these. You can see it on this side. And then there's none there. So I'm just using a thin brush again, and I'm going to mix the white face paint with this lighter red one from the Essential palette. Just to make, not a pink, but a very light red. Just about that color, if you can see that. And then just in between the black lines. And just a little line like that. It looks bright before it's dried, but it will fade. I'm just touching up the side I already did too. So just letting that dry. Alright, so there you have it, just letting that dry, and that's it for like the mouth part. All that's left is just painting in the rest of the outline. I'm using the Monster palette. I'm using this darker tan color, not too sure what that color is. I think it's called Raw Sienna in this palette. Actually, no, that was probably a red one. Let's see. Left to right. Yep, Raw Sienna. Sorry, that took way too long. Yep, so just going to paint inside of that with that color first, and then I'll show you the rest. And don't worry if it smudges with the outline, because we want the outside to be darker again. And I know I didn't film the nose. I didn't really have an intention of doing the nose. I just threw it in. Just the exact same thing that I'm doing, that I just did, is the red part, and this part is what I'm doing now. Okay, so that's all painted in with that color. Gonna be taking the yellow from the other palette and just mixing a little bit of white into it to make it a brighter yellow, and just using that to highlight the inside like what this side is, just in these spots. Just very messily, it doesn't really matter for this. And then I find dabbing it with my finger just makes the brush strokes go out of it. Makes it look a little more natural, I guess you could say. Well, more realistic than with having the brush strokes in it. And then just down at the bottom as well. Just very lightly with my finger because I don't want to smudge everything all up. Okay, and then the very last thing with the face paints is this brown color. I'm just using it, the same brush that I've used for the outside. I'm just going to go over the edges and darken it up. And then go over my lines again with the black since they've gotten a little bit messed up. All this. You guys can see that. And then with the super skinny brush again, just with the black on the outside, if you can see how much darker that side is than there. And obviously mine is not symmetrical at all, but I feel like with this look it doesn't really matter. Alright, so there you have it. A very easy but not that fast monster face kind of exposed skin look. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Hope I was in frame free the whole time because I know I'm really bad for that. I never even bothered to look probably while I was filming. Yeah, and let me know if you have any requests for videos or anything. I'm trying to get back into making them. I know I haven't made them in a really long time. I made one yesterday, but you guys didn't really like it. Just regular makeup stuff. I know most of you guys like my special effects stuff more, so I'll try and get back into that a little bit. Just let me know if there's any tutorials you want to see, and thanks for watching.